You finally decided to consider home selling in 2022, but you don't know where to start. Well, I'm going to be talking about things you must know before selling your home. Let's begin. Hello, I am Anant Deoras, AD with eXp Realty, and am the content creator for the channel Leaving Chicago, where I help homeowners navigate the waters of buying and selling residential Chicago real estate. And I'm going to be applying the 3 P's here to explain and how to help you what you need to know, what you must know before selling a home. They are price, preparation, and post-contract. Let's start with price. Price. So you've seen all the news, the rapid appreciation you're seeing nationwide in many of the areas of the U.S. For Chicago, Chicago is local. There is a lot of appreciation in many neighborhoods, but everything is very local, everything is very neighborhood specific. So with price, I'm going to be walking, hopefully you have a trusted realtor, someone like myself, or someone in your own camp that's going to walk you through, okay, the price levels and price ranges for your home. Price is number one, it's critical. This is things you must know before selling your home. And so if you contact me, we're going to be going through and using the market activity report. It's something I can set you up with right now. So what the market activity report shows is actives under contract and sold in your neighborhood. And there's going to be a second report I'm going to want you to have, which is strictly the sold. So that will just send you sold in your area. So you're going to kind of see the snapshot based upon your frequency and your time horizon. So you can get that weekly, you can get that monthly. And also you're going to get signed up on that sold search. And then we're going to go through all of those type of properties, looking at comps, market conditions, the past sales, and the condition of your home. Those are kind of those 3 factors, with, of course, price being number 1. We're going to go through there, and I'm going to give you a range if you're going to contact me, or hopefully your realtor will give you an appropriate range. This needs to be done before what is the number 2 P, preparation, because price kind of just sets the tone. You don't want to be doing too much updates into your home that are not going to be able to affect and give you maximize that price and your net. So that is the price. We're going to go through there. Sign up. It's so simple to sign up for that report. Very easy. All you got to do is go down below in the description, sign up, name, email, and that's all is needed. If you have any questions, you can reach out. I have my contact information here on the screen. But let's go ahead and now talk about preparation. So we've talked about price. This was the first step of the 3 Ps. And we've given you a range or a specific price. And then off of that, now we got to start looking in the preparation. And now, as I'm shooting this, we're close to the end of September, as I'm shooting this video, and you're probably thinking towards 2022 to put your place on the market. Let's start small. Now, you don't want to necessarily just remodel the kitchen and then come and say, hey, AD, I remodeled the kitchen. I want $40,000, right? That's why it's very critical to understand the marketplace and what's selling. And if there are actually homes that have had a recent remodel and that's reflective, right? The price is reflective of that recent remodel, then absolutely, if that's something that you want to do. But if you're this late in the game, it's probably not the smartest thing to do to actually do a full remodel. But what you want to do in your kitchen is look at the finishes, what are called the pulls, that open, the little knobs that open the cabinets. Update those. If you've had the same ones for 20 years, update those. Paint, right? Fresh paint. Everybody loves fresh paint. Not a recent paint job, folks. Fresh paint, right? So, of course, Sherwin-Williams released their color of the year. We're coming in 2022, Evergreen Fog. I don't know, it kind of looks like throw up, but that's my personal opinion. But you want to, of course, stay neutral, right? To be able to appeal to the most wide array of buyers. So definitely fresh paint. Get those pulls in the kitchen, on those cabinets. Staging, right? So 2017, 18, 19, of course, staging. I always recommend to all my prospective sellers to consider staging, hire them. That could be anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000, depending on what type of furniture. You may already have your existing furniture, of course, and you don't need it. But if you're going to be already moving out and having a vacant home, of course, home staging, I'm always going to recommend. But actually we want to embrace technology, virtual staging, where in actual homes, the technology has really come a long ways. I wouldn't really advise it to my clients 3-4 years ago. But now in 2021 into 2022, that virtual staging almost looks, you can't even tell the difference. Strongly recommend virtual staging. And of course, as part of my marketing package, I offer virtual staging, no cost to you, along with gorgeous Matterport 3D technology, video, and gorgeous photography. So that's the whole package. I'm not really talking about marketing here, but that's something, if you have any questions, of course, as always, 773-490-6151. So virtual staging, painting, the doorknob, those kind of little things, carpet. If you got carpet in your home, rip it up. You know, it may look fresh, use my quotes, to you. Again, this isn't appealing to you, it isn't appealing to me. We need to appeal to the buyers that are gonna purchase your home. You're not gonna buy your home a second time. So consider, maybe it's not affordable to do everywhere, but in you know, multiple rooms, maybe in the living area as people walk in, get some fresh carpet in there. Fresh carpet along with shampooed carpet, along with the fresh paint, really is inviting to the buyer. So those are just some of the preparation items. Of course, as always, you can reach out and we can talk about it. I wanna be your partner here whenever you're ready. But that is number 2, preparation. Now we're gonna kind of talk about something that's not really mentioned a lot. It's kind of when you get a contract, that post-contract, a couple of things you really need to know, you know, things you must know before selling a home. Let's go on to that. Post-contract, what the heck does that mean? You know, a lot of times what I've noticed in dealing with prospective sellers, right, they're really excited about getting their home prepared. They're happy with the price. Well, not all the time, but I give them the price, the preparation, they see my marketing. What's not really discussed is, okay, so what happens when we actually get a contract? So that's kind of really important. So, you know, I've been working with prospective sellers and hopefully you, the viewer, eventually, to kind of prepare for that. What is expected once we go under contract? What happens when the parties agree, right? During the home inspection, do I have to pay for this? Do I have to give a credit? What is title insurance? Title insurance is required and it's a responsibility of the seller. And so we'll talk about that. What happens if during the initial loan contingency, that's basically the period of time that the buyer has to get their loan approved. Let's say they need more time. Do you advise, that'd be me, to give them an extension, right? So these are just a couple of things. So I like to kind of, you don't want to throw a lot of information. Some people can absorb it, some people can't. There's a lot of things going on in your mind when you're selling your home. But those are a couple of things that kind of doing that now can kind of prepare you, and it's not really talked about. So I'm happy to discuss that and any other items that happen from that critical under contract to, of course, we all want getting your home sold. So this has kind of been the 3 P's, if you will, things you must know before selling your home. I am Anant Deoras, AD with eXp Realty. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I have a couple of videos that you should watch. You can go ahead and take a look on there. And if you've got any questions at all, of course, my information is on the screen. Have a wonderful day.